All right, welcome back to the episode of the Big Propaganda Wrestling Podcast. We talk about anything and everything wrestling. We live in Houston, Texas right now at the Exception Podcast Studios. Hey, man, right now, one time five producer, man. Shout out to Sam, man.
Jay Sims on the board.
Sam, hey, man, hey, man. Hey, man, let me speak on this right quick, man. Hey, man, hey, yo. ¡Órale! ¡Arriba la raza! Hey, man, you know that NWO Black and White be talking about that for life, but that PWO is Vatos Locos forever. Hey, man, we in the building, man. We got a special guest in the building, man.
La Familia, baby.
La Familia in the building.
That's us, baby.
Yeah,
That's us.
Hey, man, we got Jonathan Vega in the building. We got Diego de la Cruz in the building. Let's get it.
Hey, yeah, you already know what time it is, man. You already know my name, Mr. Beige Bomber, the Petty Messiah, your boy Corey Jared in the building.
Yes, sir.
Once again, it's your boy Zillow Smoke.
And don't watch me, watch Dynamite TV. Y'all know what time it is. Guru Dynamite in the motherfucking building.
Hey, man, you already know who this is, man. Mikey Manslaughter Facts, man. Hey, straight like that. We in the
like
building,
that.
man. Straight like that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hell yeah, man.
So, man, La Familia, baby. Let's talk about it, man. Ring of Honor, man. How was that going?
First of all, I want to say that was a badass intro.
Appreciate that.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was mesmerized. Yeah, I was hyped. Yeah. I was like, man, my energy needs to be up there right now.
That's right.
So, go ahead.
What was that? Reality wrestling?
Wrestling, man. How was that? How was it working? How was it working there? And then tell us about y'all, man.
Yeah. No, reality wrestling is awesome, man. It's the place to be. You know, like the flagship
of Texas wrestling.
Yeah, man.
You hear that every week.
Honestly, I think it's a little bit more than just Texas. I think we're starting to take over.
Hey,
But that's just my opinion, though.
No, I mean, that's all-
you guys as fans, what do you
y'all
think?
everywhere, man.
No, that's all true.
I'm
Man. We
with
got
it.
people
I'm
coming
with
in from
it.
Florida, everywhere,
Absolutely.
you know.
Absolutely, I'm with it. And I'm with it, man. I'm definitely with it. Let's start from the beginning, man. How did you guys get into the wrestling business, and who's your inspiration and everything, man?
I'm gonna let you go first because I love your story.
And it's
I love
a
this story.
crazy one, though, because mine is like out there and his is more like organized and ordered.
Kind of like the way we really are.
Yeah, right. So I'm all over the place, and he's the one walking in the straight line.
So that's the Don Julio and the Gatorade that we saw.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is, man. But anyways, though, well, where to start? Where should I start? Since you love the story so much.
Start with you and BK, man.
So everybody knows BK. Shout out to my brother
Brian Keith.
Swisher House, man.
Yeah.
So me and Brian Keith actually started wrestling at 10 years old. We would wrestle in our backyards and like bring people in. They would pay us like $2 or $3 and they would watch us beat the hell out of each other, bro.
At 10 years old.
10 years old.
Wow.
Yeah,
Y'all were entrepreneurs.
we used to get a lot of ass whoopings, man. Our parents
absolutely.
did not love it at all.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's us.
Know, yeah.
They're like, you like beating yourself up? All right, I got you. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
I don't like this one.
Okay.
So that's how I started. And then one day we were like, man, if we had a ring, we could actually just do this and show people, you know?
Yeah.
But we didn't know where a ring was. So I think it was Bob Murphy. Shout out to Bob Murphy.
Bob Murphy,
Texas
Big
All-Star
Bob.
Wrestling.
Big Bob.
Yeah, so we were at the flea market and we seen one of his shows there. And we just went up to him and we talked to him and he brought us in. And pretty much the rest was history. We started wrestling in 2010 and this year is our 12th anniversary.
That's what's up, man. Clap it up, man.
I like it. 12 years in the game. Let's go. Yeah, man. Diego.
No, but you gotta tell the rest of the story how you got to roll.
I mean, we'll work in layers. I'll let you take it. Yeah, we'll work in layers. So
My story's boring, man. I mean,
you guys be the judge.
I'm just like, hey, I think I could do that. And my homie, because I play accordion, obviously.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, man, you ought to go see Booker T's school. And I went down there, and it was they had a fantasy camp. But in the fantasy camp, and they were like, hey, you show some potential, we'll give you some free training. So I went to the free training, and it was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
So that's how I fell into it.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But I
Step by step.
And you just walk in and be like, hey man, let me try this out one time. I think I could do it. You know what I'm saying? I got the agility for it and all that.
Yeah.
But I've seen your matches. There's nothing boring about that.
Yeah.
So so for you saying that, it's like, wow, I couldn't believe it. I thought you'd have like some crazy story behind it.
No, man, no.
I'm just a crazy kid, man.
Like, he has YouTube videos of him.
Oh, I do, man. If y'all want to go watch them, me and Brian Keith used to beat the hell out of each other, and we would upload it. We got like 1,500 views so far.
Nobody can find it, but he knows where they are.
Yeah, I know where they are. I just don't like share them.
After the show.
Yeah, I got you.
He told me, he's like, hey, check this out. He send me the link. I watched it. And I'm like, who was that in the mask? He goes, that's Brian Keith. And these guys are slapping each other on the grass.
Yeah, we didn't have no ring.
And it's just like, oh my God, how are you alive?
Well, I mean, hell, the mat ain't nothing.
The mat ain't nothing.
We're just a little hurt, but I mean, hey, we're here.
Yeah, the mat's nothing now. At this point, the mat's absolutely nothing, man. So outside of Ring of Honor, reality or wrestling, other indies y'all work for, the companies you work for.
Well, I mean, I've worked more than him, so I've been to Chicago, I've been to Michigan, I've been to Ohio. I wrestled in those places, but I still haven't touched every single place I want to on the map.
Okay.
You know?
And, well, as far as I know, we're talking a little old school, but as far as like those territories go, like the Chicagos and everything like that, where how was the fans?
I'll tell you this though, they're more into the. What's the right word here? I don't want to offend anybody. They're more into the fast pace, hard hitting, not falling strong style kind of wrestling match. You know what I'm saying? Where, if I come over there trying to do the same thing that I normally would do over here, it might not get the same reaction over there. So you kind of have to tweak it a little bit.
Okay. I got you.
Or high flying.
More of that. I love high flying. I love lucha libre, but everybody does it that it doesn't feel special anymore. So why do it if everybody else is doing it? You try to set yourself apart.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I got you. Let me ask you this: who was some lucha libre inspirations of yours?
Oh man, you don't even gotta ask me. It's Eddie Guerrero, man.
Everybody.
That's the first
Latino.
man.
Rey Mysterio gonna be like number one
every time.
Be all the time. What about you, Diego?
Well, like you said, I got into it a little bit later than everybody else. So like when I really started embracing and loving the style of lucha, Lucha Underground had already been around for a little while, so I really got into Pentagon and Phoenix. That was before they blew up. So Drago and all the Triple A guys. Those where I was like, why do I always loved Eddie Guerrero.
Right? Absolutely.
But when I saw these other guys, it was like, what are these guys doing? It was just that's where my lucha came from.
Let me ask you a quick question on top of that. Do you think, since you like Rey Fenix, do you think he has elevated the game of lucha libre since his appearance in wrestling?
Yeah, I think he had a lot of innovative things. I mean, he still does, right?
Yeah,
he does a lot of crazy things. But there's unknown people in Mexico who are doing even more.
Yeah,
I believe that.
Sitting there watching those videos.
Like I will get lost in YouTube and just find like flea market lucha and and just like street lucha, and it's like these guys are just doing amazing things on the ground. Not even in a ring. You ever see the stoplight kid like doing flips?
I see that.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like these people are doing crazy stuff, and Rey Fenix brought it to the masses.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And I'm a big fan of AAA and CMLL and all that. So I like that style.
That's great.
So, go ahead.
Okay. So I really want to know, how did you guys come up with La Familia? How did y'all all come together? How did that all come about?
Man, that's
we tell the whole story.
Yeah.
Okay, he could start the story.
Well, it actually started with me, right?
Yeah.
So pretty much I'm not the guy that I am right now. I was a little bit more fragile back in the day. I'm the lightest one on the roster, man. In case I haven't noticed, but that's why I got to work twice as hard. Okay. So, the reason why I started actually was I got hurt, got banged up. I forgot what it was, man. I've only gotten hurt 3 times in my whole career, where it was bad enough to put me away for a little while. So when I was about to come back, they asked me, they're like, look, you're still kind of hurt. You're trying to push it, but I get it. You know, you want to come back. So we have an idea. It's either you tagging with Gustavo Mendoza. I don't know if y'all heard of him.
Yeah, we know.
And if y'all haven't, you know, look him up. He's a very good wrestler, man. Good friend of mine. Or Aiden Cristiano. And at first I was like, man, you know, I want to go with Gustavo, you know, because I love the way that he thinks and I want to pick his mind. But then at the end, it just ended up being Aiden. And I can't remember exactly how it happened. But once it happened, we just clicked. Because, you know, he was the one that taught me everything prior to that point. He's the one that brought me into reality of wrestling. So I had to, you know, go back on my initial decision and then, you know, go to him. And then the rest is history. You know, we got a third member. Shout out to Alex Villarreal. I don't know if y'all heard of him.
I have.
If you go
I have to go look at him.
You gotta go back and watch the promos from before. But yeah, he's there.
Yeah, so he was actually the third member before Diego got saved from Legion because Legion was beating him up. And
It's funny, like people are like, you're with Legion, nobody remembers, nobody knows because I mean I was under some face paint and I had a hood and I was
but that's not the reason why they don't remember it. Look at him right now, right? He has a full head of hair, right? When he was with Legion, he was bald.
I was bald. Right? And but I got kicked out of Legion and my boys happened to be there to save me. And so they're like, you know what, let's take care of this kid. So they kind of did. Kind of like what he was saying. They're like, you have, you know, let's do this with you. And I guess the whole Hispanic thing, right? It's like, man, you got to be there. And so when I was put with them, I was put directly under him, right? Just like he was under Aiden Cristiano. Like, that was my, you know, my mentor.
Right? And that was bad for him because I can't stand people, man.
Hey, you're like me. Yeah, you're like me.
Because I was like, hey man, can I get your number? And he's like, yeah, I guess. You know,
He's all nonchalant.
He didn't want to give it to you.
I was full-fledged in this thing. I'm like, let's do this. You know, like I need.
But it was nothing against him though. It's just because whenever you meet people, they claim that they have this passion and this energy, and you invest a little bit of time, and then you find out that they don't, and then it's like, well, what was the point? I wasted my time. Exactly. Yeah. So that's why I charged him up like that.
No, he's one of those dudes. It's like everybody starts off on an even playing field. You know, it's like you like between me and you, like we're right here with respect, right?
Yeah.
Right. No more, no less, because we're even. But with him, it's more like, nah, we're not even until you earn the same respect.
That I work for.
Because you're gonna go 10 times harder than everybody.
And I feel like wrestling is different now. When I first started 12 years ago, like, you didn't just come in and we're all buddy with the person that was there. You know, you had to pay your dues. You had to help put up the ring. You had to clean up. You had to do whatever it was, the grunt work, pretty much, what people would like to call it. But it's not grunt work. It's you paying your dues for everybody that came before you, you know, gave you that spot.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask y'all, what was y'all thoughts on y'all first day ever in reality of wrestling?
Or I guess in the wrestling business period. Yeah, wrestling period.
Like actually like wrestling or like as soon as
just
like step through the door?
No.
I would say I want to know how y'all felt when y'all stepped through the door. Was y'all nervous and then knowing Booker T was there?
Well, see, I would have to do mine in layers then because it actually ties back into the story that he was saying because I kind of skipped through that. So we started wrestling for everybody in our backyard and then we heard about Booker T's Pro Wrestling Alliance. Yeah. And we went and watched that. It was, I think, the first show in 2005. Me and BK, I stole my parents' car and drove up there.
Shit.
Yeah.
Dedication, man.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Damn, we're alike.
Dedication.
So they're out doing something that night. I can't remember. I think they were at a party or something, you know, with the relatives. We go to Pasadena. I live all the way in Greenspoint, man. I drive all the way to Pasadena.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I'm 13 or 14 at this point. I'm driving a borrowed vehicle.
Wow.
I get there, we're happy, we made it. Nobody pulled us over. You know, we're good. Yeah. We get there, we watch the whole show, man. We come outside. I can't turn the car on, man. I left the light on, man. So we went back inside and Booker actually helped us. He took us in. He found somebody to give us a jump. The car wasn't working. He was like, look, man, I can let you borrow my phone because, you know, I was young. I didn't have a cell phone. You know, we're talking about like what, 2003,
Yeah.
no, 2005. my bad.
Oh yeah, this is like right
So I didn't have a
flip
cell
phone.
phone. Yeah,
Just
exactly,
started out.
exactly.
Just came
So
in.
he gave me his phone. I called my parents. He let us chill back there. And then me and BK told him, we're gonna come back here and we're gonna wrestle for you one day. And that was pretty much whenever we started. That was
That's wild.
that was what
That is wild,
bro.
That's wild. I like that.
That's a great
That's
story.
why I love that story.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it every time he says he could tell that story. I'm like, tell that story.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Vega the Rebel, man.
Yeah, listen to your parents,
Yeah,
kids.
everything came full circle, man. That's live. That's
Yeah,
live.
man, yeah.
But like my first day was literally, I showed up. Okay, they were in the transition between the old gym and the new gym where we're at now.
Okay.
And so one of the older trainers, his name is Rob Barnes. He hit me up after I had already got my free training. I hadn't shown up yet, so he's like, hey, I need you to be here at this day so we can get you started. I'm like, all right, cool. So I showed up.
All right, hold on, let me pause there. He's being modest again. Why were you there though? You won something.
Oh yeah, well, I said that.
No, you didn't.
I won this free training, is what I said.
You beat everybody else
Okay.
that went that day.
Yeah, there was a class of
He
35
stood above
people
the
in
rest.
that.
Don't be modest.
I got it.
Got it.
You got it.
So
man.
I show up and ain't nobody there. The door is locked. It's dark, and I'm like, what the hell? So I message Rob Barnes, and he's like, "What's your phone number?" He calls me. He's like, "I forgot about your training," and he's like, "I'm at the old location. I'm gonna go over there." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I hang out. I wait. He shows up. He opens up and then we open up, and there's nothing in there. There's nothing in the arena, right? And he goes, "Well, we're gonna set up the ring." I'm like, okay. So my first day in, me and Rob Barnes set up the ring, and then we set it up, locked up, and I went home. That was my first day of row.
Wow.
Paying dues.
As soon as I walked through the door, hey, we got to set up this ring.
Set up and train.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, man.
So is that something like they usually put y'all through, setting up the ring? Because I was watching them on Instagram the other day, and I seen them putting up the ring from scratch.
Yeah.
I seen them wood floors,
Yeah.
the
But that's supposed
plywood,
to-
the tape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Laying
Yeah.
down everything. So when you coming at school, you paying dues.
Yeah, no, you got to
Okay.
pay dues. I think even me, whenever I went over there, me, Gino, shout out to Gino.
Yeah, shout out Gino Medina, man. Shout out Gino.
Me, Gino, and BK were always the ones that were like, because back then we didn't have a building where we had the shows at, so we had to go places. We were the ones that would load up the ring because nobody else would want to get in the hot truck, and we were the ones that would pull the ring out every time. Man.
Yeah.
So pretty much by doing that, you lead by example, and then hopefully everybody else follows.
Yeah.
But
That's real.
he followed. That's why I respected him because he followed the guidelines and the unwritten rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
This dudes paid the full right there.
Yeah.
Man.
Man.
So let me ask you guys this question: heel or face?
Oh man.
Because you gotta ask that.
Yeah.
You gotta ask that.
Honestly, at this point, I feel like both, but I prefer to be heel than face.
Yeah.
I'm a heel guy
I'm
myself.
not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. Me sitting next to this guy the whole time, he's giving me that Santos Escobar vibe. And I mean no disrespect. He's giving me that Santos. He's giving me the Santos vibes, and I'm like, hey,
That's
I've
what I'm
seen,
going
I've
for.
seen some of his work. That's why I asked him that because I wanted to see what he's gonna tell me.
Yeah, man.
It just depends, though, man. I mean, I love both, because you get to do different things. You get to express your art form in a different way,
Yeah.
Well, that's like the dynamic that we both have, though, because
Yeah, this guy right here,
although we're a
man.
tag team, and like I guess we kind of look alike with the
So-
hair and everything. there's a different dynamic of personalities because, like you said, he's a natural heel. Like he's good at making people not like him.
Because sometimes you gotta push people away a little bit just so you can peep them, because they never come at you right, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
Understandable.
the opposite. Like I like the cheers. I like doing the things that make people cheer. I like the kids. I like the kids and stuff like that. Like that's cool to me.
We'll be out there and he's actually doing that, and I'm like,
He gets mad at me. What are you doing? No, bro. No. I'm like,
Hey, take
they
it
had
easy,
their
man.
hands
Take
out.
it
Yeah.
He was wearing my shirt, something like that.
Yeah.
and I'm just like, nah, bro, leave that kid alone. Come on, and he gets mad at me every time I do it.
It's like he gets mad at me, and then I get mad at him. So
Get that
But it
heat.
works.
it's almost like a real
It
brother
works.
It works.
mentality.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah.
That's right.
La familia.
I had I started watching reality wrestling in 2016, And so I actually saw y'all then, you know, and I was like, oh man, these guys here, man. I was born y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I was born y'all.
You know,
You guys did your job.
we did our job.
you did your job, man.
Yeah, you got
But
the
it was a real
But
cool
we're
experience,
not bad
man.
guys, though. You know,
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
unless we have to
but
be.
you throw Aiden Cristiano in the mix, and that takes heel even further.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
He
It
is
does.
a vicious, not only wrestler, but a vicious person. You know what I mean? Like, he's intimidating. And that was, I think, when they brought me into the group, that was the most intimidating for me with Aiden Cristiano, because even more so, like, okay, he has to be with me because he doesn't have a choice anymore. But, but Aiden is the one that says whether he stays or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that was the
They need that
the
muscle.
heel side.
Yeah,
of it. Like,
yeah.
Also to double on that, when he won the TV champion, that heel really came out of him then.
Yeah.
He was cheating all the time. Everything he could do to win, he did it, man.
It's because we were united back then. Man. We were running on all cylinders.
yeah,
Bro.
yeah, all three of us.
So in the tag team division up there, and who was y'all favorite teams to go against?
I mean, I think that's an easy.
Yeah, right. It's
That's
fly.
easy.
It has to be fly
It's Fly
death.
Death.
Fly there?
Death.
Like we've literally started with Fly Def, and that's
The first time that we actually did wrestle, it was with Fly Death.
It was with
we,
Fly-
we got a victory.
my very first match with him as a tag was against Fly Def.
Okay.
Make sure y'all got the W.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did get the
We want
W.
to make sure y'all we got the W.
We got the W though.
That's why we have such a like we have a huge history with them. Like we've been at Row with them, we've been to Vegas with them. Like,
Yeah.
like
Chemistry is
Yeah.
it's always been.
Yeah.
I've been
Just
keeping
you.
tabs on the wins and losses. We're only down by one.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like
fix that. We
it's
gotta fix
4 to 5, I think.
Now we wrestled more than that.
Yeah, but I started keeping tabs after a certain point.
Okay, we're even then.
We're even. All right, we'll leave it at that.
We're even.
So how was it?
Test round.
How was it when y'all got the call or to let y'all know y'all was gonna win the Road Tag Team Champions the first time?
I don't think.
But I think we've only done it one time. It was.
I don't even think we knew.
No, we didn't know.
So y'all knew the day of.
I don't even think we knew day of.
It was really like a
in that
last minute
moment.
thing.
They
On
called
spot.
that audible.
Audible, yeah.
Called it audible.
Like,
But-
did somebody get hurt or something? Or is
No, it wasn't that. It was just where they were going, but we weren't sure if it was going to work, right? Because we're flying heel,
Yeah.
we're flying bad guys, and how are we going to go out there and flip just like that? And you know, as soon as our music hit, how are we supposed to flip the other side?
But they reacted good
And,
though.
and they did, and the way the match went, the dynamics of the match, it worked in our favor, and it worked out really well.
You guys got that organic feel. So
Yeah.
that's about it. That's probably why they called the audible for that.
But if you look back at the group at the time, Aiden Cristiano, Jonathan Vega, me, and we had Reina.
Yeah.
We also had Max as a bodyguard.
He wasn't
Max
out there with us.
Castellano.
He
Yeah,
wasn't
he
out
wasn't
there
out there with us. You're right.
But Reina was.
Yeah.
And Reina was that wild card.
Yeah.
And whether you like it or not, the crowd loved her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whether they were supposed to hate her or not, they loved
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. They didn't care about us. in that
It
point.
was.
Yeah.
They loved her.
Always good to have a
Yeah.
good heel woman manager.
So I wanted to ask y'all this. So what is some advice that Booker has gave y'all that really helped y'all?
Oh, that's a tough one, man. I've known him for almost 10 years now.
Sure.
So
Gave you plenty of advice.
yeah, plenty of
one
advice.
thing? You're right.
Yeah, I guess the main one would be treat it all with the seriousness that you would treat something that you want to, I guess, want it to flourish and grow instead of just going out there and doing random things. And then, like I'll give you an example. Like let's say I didn't used to get certain things that he used to tell me, but then the more that I keep listening to him and the more that I keep watching matches and watching tape and studying, like I get it. He has a point. No matter how many times I've been mad at him or upset at him for whatever he's told me, or he's like, oh, you messed up here and you need to fix this and this and the other. And I'm like, no, I don't, man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, being all hard-headed and then
Yeah.
That is him.
yeah, that is me. And then once you start like, paying attention to certain details, you're like, damn, he was right. He had a point.
Yeah.
And pretty much the best advice that he gave me was slow down and observe everything and try to come at it from a I guess a realistic approach. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's mine. I don't know what yours is.
I mean, that's really what he preaches. You know, he really like what we do is real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we have to portray it as such. You know, like a lot of people are like, oh, wrestling's fake. I'm like, ain't nothing fake about it.
Nah.
Go ahead, come in there and get chopped in.
Yeah.
Tell me how fake it is.
That every time. So
Yeah.
that's just like
Exactly.
So we heard Ryan's chops the other what was that the other night?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are brutal.
You can't fake
You
that.
can't fake that. I'm
fake
sorry,
that.
We
dude.
got some mean choppers on our roster. I mean, you got Ryan Davidson, you got
Yeah.
Mysterious Q,
Yeah.
you know, BK again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gino
Yeah.
Medina.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't want to get chopped by those guys.
Yeah.
Like I've had a few
I love
matches
a good
with
chop
Q,
battle, though.
and it's like,
Yeah,
oh, they're coming, and it's just like, I'm
Ryan
gonna die.
heavy handed ass.
Yeah. Well,
Ain't no way.
the reason why I love chops is my first day of training at
You're
I guess I won't say no names because I don't know if people will frown upon whatever. At Texas All Star, there was like 13 people there, and at the end of the night after training, after you take your bumps and everything, everybody gets to chop you 3 times.
Okay.
And you enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that. I wore that. I wore that badge of honor, bro. Like my chest was purple and red from here to here.
Absolutely. Just,
Mysterious Q was there. Ryan Davidson was there.
Ground
Aiden
beef.
Cristiano was there. There was
That's another one. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Zen Zen. I don't know if
Just
you,
ugly chops.
Yeah.
Ground beef.
Yeah.
Good.
I was bleeding. I had a white tee on. I was like, oh man.
You loved every moment
Yeah.
of it. Yeah. You're crazy.
He hates
man.
my chops.
So just in general, how does it feel working with Booker and ROH?
It's ROW.
RW, something like that.
See what I'm saying?
It's
Hey, that's the.
It's close. It's close.
Too close.
It's
Too close.
something that you can't. You appreciate it, but you don't fully appreciate it. You know, it's like it's hard to explain, but like you said, he's always right. Even when you think he's wrong, he's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like this dude literally went to the top and got 2 rings for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing that this guy says that's going to be wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You might get upset, but
Yeah.
Hey, he's been there.
yeah.
That's what he's
Yeah.
talking
And,
about.
he's not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
No.
Because it's like, if he sugarcoats it, it's not helping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh,
We had talked
Especially
about
with
this on our second episode. I had shouted out Reality of Wrestling, and I was pretty much just trying to help put it on the map more than it already is right now. And I was seeing like a lot of the guys and girls who go there, they have opportunities to move up. I've seen them go to different companies, WWE, TNA. I think I seen some in New Japan
AEW,
and everything like AEW. And I always wanted to ask like, you know, how do those opportunities come, and you know, how do you hear about it? How do you try out for it, or you know, how does that happen for y'all?
well, recently, we had
that was on me.
Yeah. So we had got, you know, the chance to go to AEW. It was the 3 of us. It was me, Charisma, and him. And we had to get shout out to Charisma. We had to get, you know, all our COVID testing. And what was the other test?
I think we just had to give
Oh, just a blood test.
blood
The blood
test.
test. So they give you so much time to do it, but you have to have it so much time in advance.
The blood test was no problem.
Right.
That was
but it was
fine.
a COVID test.
COVID
right? So
test, yeah.
I called him. I said, hey, we're going to go do our tests Sunday.
Yeah. I was wrestling Sunday.
And that way we can have them in time for the Wednesday show. And so we got ours, mine and Charisma, we got ours Tuesday night for Wednesday.
Yeah. I
So
got
the
mine
next
Wednesday
day-
night.
So he couldn't go. Right. So we went and we were there, and Sean Dean, the Cap, he's like, partner didn't make it, huh? I'm like,
I was trying so hard, man. I was emailing. I was like, yo, I'm waiting on these results. Like, I'm gonna try to make it, you know, like, please hold on. He's like, yeah, no worries. And then nah.
like it was a cool experience of being back there with like, you know, CM Punk and Sting and Jericho and stuff. It was really cool. And I was just like, man, I wish Vega could have been here.
Okay.
So that was kind of like recently then, huh?
Yeah.
It had to be.
Okay.
It had to be
Yeah.
recently.
That was recently.
So I always tell people when you get an opportunity like that, you'll always make it back.
Yeah.
Because you have the hunger for it, and you already have those eyes on you. So now it's just building more on your brand and your product.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got to do some extra work. Like we went out with Wardlow. It was me and Fly Def. And
No shit.
I remember that. I remember that. It was security.
Yeah,
it was security. Yeah.
I remember it now.
So we go out there, and there's people literally on both sides of us going, La Familia, Diego, Fly Def.
Yeah.
We just have to look straight.
Yeah.
Don't break character.
How do people know us? You know? Like the row has a huge reach. Like I didn't even realize.
Yeah, because he was asking. We had went to the AEW show, the second one that came in Houston, and Mysterious Q had a match, and the crowd was going crazy. And he was like, "Who's Mysterious Q?" I'm like, "You don't know Mysterious Q?" I was like, "You sleep."
Q was big here.
Hyon wrestled on that one too.
Oh yeah. This too, I wanted to bring up because I saw this and I thought this was pretty cool, and I definitely wanted y'all's take on it. When it was the Reality of Wrestling versus Impact Wrestling show,
that was live.
That was awesome. So I want to hear about that.
That was
man.
a good experience.
'Cause y'all went against the Radicals, man.
Rascals.
Oh, Rascals.
That would have been a dream match, bro. That would have been Radicals, bro.
Yeah, the Rascals.
No, that was really cool, man. Because going up to it, like they were putting the cards together and the matches together, and we were just like, man, we gotta be on this card. And to be honest, what we really were looking for and what we were hoping, what a lot of people were saying for us too, is like, we want to see y'all versus LAX.
That'd have been dope. That'd have been dope.
That would have been the one right there.
And a lot of people were like, that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. And they ended up putting Fly Def with LAX. And they put us with the Rascals. But I think it actually worked.
It worked out better
for us. Especially like style wise.
Yeah, because different styles make perfect matches, you know?
You don't want that styles clash. And no pun intended.
With Dez and Wentz. And it was so cool to watch them like work, you know, like although we're working in there with them, but to watch that level, and we have to elevate our game to that, because he's got to do it for a living, and I think that made us. We came out of that like 3 times.
I feel like that was definitely like a gear shift. Like you know, we definitely stepped up, and I felt like it was a good night for us.
Yeah, y'all got the win. I saw it. Y'all got the win.
Bro, that was an incredible match by you guys. Y'all put on a hell of a performance. I just watched that yesterday.
That was I mean, it was pretty cool too, because like we got to see Moose versus Mysterious Q. That was a nice match as well, man. That was dope. So I mean, it was a stack. I think it was like a 2-hour show when I went back and looked at it. I was like, damn.
Me personally, I feel like that really put the eye on Reality of Wrestling. It put the eye on H-Town. Like, I would represented it, man. I would agree. It was a great thing.
A lot of our H-Town guys are really, really going out. Like Gino went to MLW. Brian Keith's going everywhere. Ryan Davidson went to Japan and did all that.
He's about to make his NWA debut too.
Yeah, he's going against Trevor Murdoch, right? For the belt, huh?
Ooh.
Wait, is that? I thought that already happened.
I don't remember.
No, he's going against Adonis.
I did go against Murdoch already. Yeah, you're right about
Adonis,
that.
Mickey James.
Nick Aldis. Nick
That's live. Okay.
And he's the new Stu Hart Heritage Champion.
That's I just saw him with that belt.
It's going to be a good matchup. I'm looking forward to that one.
I mean, even further, like she's not really the Houston, but she was Raw. Was Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne. And that's the cool thing about it, bro. Like I said earlier about people going to different places to wrestle and coming from Reality of Wrestling, man. It's cool seeing all these people, man. Ember Moon.
Who else has come from road to the big? Like, when I don't want to say the big leagues, but
Gino Medina.
They got Sammy Guevara, the winner of AEW.
Sammy Guevara.
From Katie and they're out. It's late, child.
It's a few names, man. I'm trying to think.
It's a lot of y'all, man. It's a lot.
Kylie Ray.
Shout out Ed Stone, man. Shout out Ed Stone. He's trending right now. He's trending right now. That was Ed Stone.
That was actually him last night. Because I posted that. I was like, dog. Who is this man with the bunnies? Sign that man. I don't care
that
what
was pretty cool,
sign
man.
him. He could be just security guard number 1. Bro, sign him.
It was crazy when he jumped over that rail.
I hope.
I had to rewind. I was like, nah, he didn't clear it. He didn't clear it.
Yeah, I hope he capitalized that, man.
Slacks. He got that. He just
got the J's on.
smooth bounced over. I was like, oh, okay. You got that, G.
Most definitely, I feel like a lot of prospects and future stars is coming out of reality of wrestling.
Oh yeah.
And
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? You guys are most definitely gonna be up next, man.
We just waiting for our turn,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That time, man.
Just waiting for that turn.
Be up next.
It's soon.
It's soon.
That's really what
Yeah.
it is. But we're just trying, it's like we don't want to force anything. You
Yeah.
know, it's like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Like for the longest time, we were going to Dallas like almost every month, working for Martinez Entertainment.
Yeah.
We were their champion, so we got to work a lot of people from Mexico and stuff like that. So we were just like, man, maybe we go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
So it just depends.
Yeah. How you guys feel about working with AAA?
I would love to work
be
with
dope.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, they got some.
I can
different
see you
styles
guys
on
out there. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
He would love that though, because he's always watching.
I would be starstruck. I mean, like going to AEW, like starstruck. Like, hold up. I look behind me. I'm like Sting standing behind me watching the monitor. I'm like, going to Mexico, that would be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like that would fan
He would lose his
that would
mind.
fan more
So
than
the,
out.
so the piggyback, so the piggyback off the starstruck thing. How did it feel for people to actually know you when you were at AEW and were like La Familia? You know,
That's more.
It was so I know, right? Next
I don't know.
It was cool. It was really cool because I'm like looking straight, watching Wardlow because we all have to stay like
Yeah.
And then I look, I'm giving my eye down to the corner because I'm like, who's saying my name?
Yeah.
And then I hear Fly Def, and then I'm looking at Zach over there, and Zach's like, but, no, it was really cool, man.
That's cool.
Anytime you get recognized
outside
of the arena, whether you're at a restaurant or something like that, it's really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. You know, you got fans. You know, you got supporters out there.
You got to reach out there.
Yeah. One time we were, me and Charisma were at Walmart. I forgot what we went to go get. It was like maybe like 9:30 at night. I forgot what we went to go get. We're walking, and then we're like, and we hear like, hey, and we kind of ignored it. And they're like, hey, and we turn around and they're like, La Familia. And bro, we're like scrubbed out, dude. Like, we're like basketball shorts and sneakers and stuff like that. And we're like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, we just saw you last weekend when you didn't wrestle again. And then they showed up to the next show, and then like we actually became friends with them. And then they threw a birthday party. You remember the birthday party?
Yeah.
They threw a birthday party and hired Texas All Star Wrestling, but they wanted us on it.
Oh,
So
man.
I'm like,
It's sweet.
dude, we're there.
Yeah,
That's cool, bro. That's cool.
And that was a random booking, like just from meeting people.
Yeah.
that's dope.
So who are some of y'all dream matches that y'all would like to face as a tag team?
And that's across the board, not just
Oh, and a tag team.
Yeah,
that's
across
just
the
not
board.
Road, that's everybody.
Yeah.
Road, AEW, WWE,
AAA,
or
New
just a
Japan.
dream. Just a dream
Past or
tag team.
present? Past or present?
Okay.
Oh, well, if he's going to go past or present, he's going to go past. I know where he's
Yeah, I already know where
he's
I'm
gonna go
going.
with the Guerreros.
Yeah, I'm
No,
gonna go with the
Eddie
Guerreros.
and Chavo.
Eddie and
Eddie and
Chavo.
Chavo, bro.
Okay.
He already knows me.
Yeah, but we were doing a show for Martinez, and he brought Pentagon and Phoenix, and we were like,
Man,
oh, they got
we were
to.
hoping for that one.
Hey, that'll be a good one.
And we had the titles at the time.
Yeah, we had the titles at the
That's
time.
like they have to, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking to the promoter Oscar, and he's like, not yet. You know, so it's like, okay, cool.
I was like,
he
damn.
knows that we want this. But for me, that would be it.
that would be it.
Okay.
Support in the future.
For a while, I wanted Drago and Aerostar.
Oh,
I would have been down with that because I've
Drago.
actually wrestled Drago before.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's amazing.
Yeah.
Phenomenal talent, bro.
Man, that's pretty cool, man. That's dope, man.
But that's me though, because I'm on
The
that other
Lucha
end.
Bros and
Yeah.
that'd be
I'd like to
our
see
best
that,
man.
yeah.
I would love to see that.
It's just so many dope, guys that's doing this right now. Like I like the Laredo Kid. I think he's pretty dope,
Oh, he just got
man.
hurt, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Dito.
him,
Oh
man.
man, yeah,
Cover quick.
yeah, man.
Damn.
So
Damn,
that's-
it's too many injuries.
yeah,
man.
Man, Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of you
What
guys
gotta
out there doing
day
y'all
by
thing.
day. Huh? What was that?
It's a lot of you guys out there doing y'all thing, man. And
And I always gotta say I appreciate y'all.
yeah,
for
we
doing
appreciate that,
Yeah.
man. Y'all guys put y'all bodies on the
Yeah,
line.
y'all doing way more than I would.
yeah.
That's why you got to play it smart, man.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to be in WWE, you got to wrestle like what 300 and something
Days,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah,
So you can't be
plus.
doing that every day
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
hoping
for
that,
sure,
oh
for sure.
well, I'm gonna be fine next day and the next day and the next day. No, like you're gonna get hurt eventually.
Yeah.
So it's better to moderate yourself and take care of yourself.
That's something that we learned from Booker. He's learned how to work so
Yeah.
you can work. You know what I mean? So if you go out there and you get power bombed 6 times,
Yeah, that's not good. That's not a good look, bro.
6 times in a row.
That's not a good look.
You know, I mean,
And I think you're doing more damage to yourself than anything.
you can't continue to do that for as long, right? And ultimately, what we want to do is have longevity in this career.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
It's
Yeah,
only
that's another thing to
can
learn
last
from
so
Buck.
long. Where it's like a running back in football.
Yeah.
Last so long, man.
Yeah.
I have to do this. The speed round.
Speed round,
Gotta
yeah.
do the speed round.
Okay, speed
I'm gonna
round.
ask y'all a few questions. I'm gonna ask y'all like who's your favorite current and all time. So it's gonna be a few of them. All right. So
down.
starting off, greatest wrestler of all time, and let's go with Vega first.
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie.
Guerrero.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay. Worst wrestler of all time.
Jackie.
Diego De La Cruz.
Better though, it covers mine up. I said Jackie.
No. Hey, he was gonna say Diego De La Cruz. I just beat him to it.
That might be the best one. That might be the best one.
Jackie Gator? Or which Jackie?
The 2003 Tough Enough winner, Jackie.
Jackie Gator.
Jackie
Okay.
Gator.
Okay. Charlie Hostin.
Yeah.
Charlie Hostin.
Not talking mess and that. I'm just saying, that was the worst wrestling match I have ever seen.
Okay.
Worst. Mantar.
What?
I can believe. I got you. Yeah.
Mantar. So you don't even remember Mantar. That's how good he was.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Favorite wrestler currently.
Hijo de Vikingo.
Okay.
Edge.
Edge. Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
I like that.
All time?
All time.
Ultimate Warrior.
I'm gonna go with Eddie again because Eddie's the GOAT, man. I can't.
Understand.
I always get heat for saying Ultimate Warrior, but I'm just like, it wasn't just the fact that, it was like, oh, he didn't know how to wrestle.
No, the time period. The time period.
Yeah. That's what got me into
pick the
wrestling.
people you grew up with.
Yeah.
It's a preference, you know.
Just as an adult, looking back at hindsight and just knowing the person how they are as an adult.
Yeah.
I get it. Completely understandable.
Because I could have even said Scott Hall was my favorite too, because he really was.
Yeah.
Like when I met him, I even told him, I was like, hey, I tell people you're my wrestling dad. 'Cause when my hair's down, people say I look like Razor Ramon. And I was like, yeah, people say, like I tell people you're my wrestling dad, and he goes, how's your mom doing?
Typical bad guy.
I'm like, thank you, bro.
Perfect answer for the
Yeah,
bad guy.
he made my life.
Perfect answer for the bad guy. Okay, so favorite current female wrestler.
Oh, that's tough.
Man, it's a lot of them.
It's a lot of them. There's some great female
Yeah,
wrestlers
yeah,
out
yeah.
here right now, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta go Roxy, man. Roxanne Perez, man. She's killing it right now.
Roxanne.
Honestly,
Roxanne.
like in the circuit right now.
I can't even. I think I'm gonna have to piggyback off your answer because I can't think of nobody.
And plus, we know her, and it's like she's not even close to peaking, dude.
Yeah.
She's gonna keep,
She's a future star, too.
watch
She's
her.
a future
Yeah,
star,
she's
too.
growing. Yeah, she's growing. Absolutely. Favorite female wrestler of all time.
Lita.
That's a good pick.
China.
Oh,
That's not bad either.
Hey,
Not bad
the
either.
eighth wonder.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite high flyer currently.
Ray.
Hijo de Vikingo.
All time.
Okay.
All time.
All time.
Oof. That's tough.
It's a lot of them.
There's so many people that just went that style, but it's
I'm gonna go with Jorge Scaeda. That's an off the wall answer.
I'm gonna go Phoenix just for the fact that that's what wowed me in that style.
Okay.
I watched Ray and everything, but it was different from when,
Right.
at
From
that
where
time.
Ray started and where Phoenix is right now. Favorite technical wrestler currently.
Oh, currently, I don't know, man. I like Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
When he's allowed to kill it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when there's no restrictions on it.
He's allowed to
Like,
be Bryan Danielson.
that's
When he can lay it in.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like
Old
not
school.
protected
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan, like Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the same
thing.
answer. Yeah.
All right, and all time.
Chris Benoit.
Thank you.
Respect.
Thank you.
So we're not the only. We're not the only one.
Yes,
Okay, let me say this real quick. Time and time again, I know how people feel and, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff outside of the wrestling ring, but from what that man done inside the ring as a technical wrestler,
You can't deny.
Yeah, you can't deny that.
Can't deny.
That
It
man was
just,
undeniable.
sucks that
Yeah,
like we said before, it just sucks the personal thing got overshadows.
Yeah.
Completely overshadows.
Yeah.
What he did in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, when you take his name off of, the network, when you take his name off the pay-per-views and everything like that, it's just like, man,
You can't even search him. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Like,
got-
I
you got-
understand.
But you can't deny the work,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, you can't deny the
and
work.
the man are two different
Can't
things.
deny
I
the
feel
work.
like,
And
you know.
that best of 7 series with him and
With
Booker.
Yeah.
Man, we would never.
WWE and WCW. Bro.
Yeah.
The fact that we can't go back and watch. Well, we have to like go back and actually know when. Times, timestamps. But
When Booker's talking about learning how to work,
That's the match he always brings
always
up.
goes back to talk about those because he's like, we were literally working.
Yeah.
It wasn't
believe
like let's map out a match. It was let's go wrestle.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I believe it because I remember
Most
those
definitely.
vividly. And those are some live ass matches.
Oh, yeah.
all times. Okay, so next one, favorite. Well, of course, outside of yourselves,
Yeah.
favorite tag team. Currently.
Us, right?
Yeah, he said outside.
Outside of yourself. Outside of yourself.
Outside.
Damn, I really don't have one.
Understandable.
I don't know, man. I honestly, it's.
I mean, if y'all don't want to answer that, I get it. But if y'all want to,
He probably has an
You're
answer.
gonna be like, really? But when you listen to like multiple people talk about this tag team and you hear the dynamic of it, and you had, like I say dynamic a lot because it's really important in wrestling, right? Is Yokozuna and Owen Hart. You know,
It's all time. But no,
you said now?
Yeah, right
but I
now.
understand your all time.
Oh,
I can get it for
okay,
all
that's
time.
my
But
all-time. Okay,
currently,
I'm sorry.
currently.
Currently, who do you have? Because I'm trying to think of somebody, man. But
Man, that's tough.
I would say the Usos. Because I would
Usos
like to
always are
work
solid.
the Usos, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you really can't beat them, especially right now.
We the ones, man.
Hey, maybe not,
They-
but I
they
would love to
deliver
get the
every time.
opportunity to, though. You know, I would love the
All the time.
opportunity,
All the
man.
time.
I mean,
You just
FTR is cool.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
that's a good pick.
That's
That's a good pick.
But they're always on everybody's list, and it's
Yeah.
like for a good reason.
Yeah.
They're real.
Yeah.
Like they even went down to AAA and did that stuff.
Yeah, they're the top guys.
Now,
They are.
Now, all time, which
Okay,
I
that's
understand.
my-
Yoko and
Yeah,
Yoko
okay.
and Owen,
Yeah,
they
Yoko.
did that dynamic did work. I understand it. I
Yeah,
completely
and
understand
Yoko
it.
was on like the downside of his career, and so Owen was doing all the work, but Yoko was like
still hanging in there.
Like you listen to Bruce Pritchard talk about it, and you listen to Jim Ross talk about it on their podcast, and it gives you the insight of it. It's like, man, they really were badass.
Yeah.
We think of Yoko just being some big fat dude. Who's like, no, man.
Nah, he
Yoko, yeah, he worked.
He
He was out there, bro. He was out there.
He can move.
And there's a lot of his moves that are being used by the newer generation of the Anoa'i
exactly.
family.
Yeah.
They're still using to this day.
Yeah.
Innovated in a sense. So
Exactly.
I like it. I like it. Did you have
Yeah, I do. Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit.
That was a good one.
That's
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, the greatest
Yeah.
technical wrestling tag team.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Speak on it.
They were.
Speak on it.
They were absolutely. Yeah, look,
The Bushwhackers were dope. They had the whole crowd going like this.
I mean, yeah.
we got a whole movement
Look,
out here.
it's too old for him. He's just like, yeah.
I mean, I know what you're talking about. I mean,
I love these
I
guys.
know, you
I
know.
love these guys' dynamic though. We got to go back.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. So, next one. Your favorite manager currently.
Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman.
Okay.
Everyone's a Paul Heyman guy.
And all time.
Paul Bearer.
Paul Heyman.
Bear?
Paul Bearer.
Paul Bear.
Dude.
No, because he.
Paul Bearer.
No. I know.
Yeah, I'm
So-
saying this guy was so into his character.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
He was literally a mortician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this dude shows up and
Character.
he's like
Yeah.
the absolute like ranch dressing to the French fries of the Undertaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Or ranch dressing to the hot wings.
Oh, to the hot.
Yeah. His
My
character.
bad.
His character was perfect.
Was perfect for the Undertaker, and we already answered the next one: heel or face. It's heel, face. Absolutely. Go ahead. Pull up again, G. Favorite type of match?
Ladder.
Ladder match.
Ladder.
Okay.
Don't ask me why. I guess it's those backyard days just still lingering in my mind.
He's always pushing for ladder matches.
He hates it whenever I sign us up for anything that's violent, bro. He hates it.
I'm serious. Like, look, the last match that we did, we actually wrestled each other in that one. Remember?
I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
In
What
that match,
happened anyways?
Because we were trying to go
You
for
pissed
the
me
title.
off that day, huh? You pissed me off that day.
That's every day. But I got slammed on a ladder by Tommy Bolton, and my back hurt for the whole week. Yes, the buzzer. And I'm like, I don't ever want to do this again. I don't know if I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, right.
But I swore off ladder matches at that time.
You know what? I would agree with you because that ladder match was horrible for me too. Like at the end, we finally came to terms and we helped each other. And I jumped off this big ladder, man. But I guess what happened? You had a better view than me. Like I guess it broke or something when I jumped off. I landed horribly, man. But we went through the table. I couldn't get up no more. I tried to make it up there. Yeah, I had to pull myself up. It was horrible.
That was a cool match though, because that was the first time where we had ever been against each other.
Yeah.
And there was people like there was a place in that match where we were both going to go up the ladder. And we started like, no, I'm going. We were going to fight. People were ringside, and they're like, don't do it. They did not want us to fight.
Once we started fighting, they started.
Yeah. They're like, oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah.
So that was a cool moment.
I definitely can't wait till I'm at a show with y'all, man.
Yeah.
I'm in the crowd for y'all, man.
Yeah.
Y'all in November.
Trust me, November we finna turn up for
Yeah, November we there.
He's got a good match coming up. Too.
Oh yeah, if y'all want to come to the next one, what is it? November 11th?
It's November the 12th. We already got the tickets already.
Oh, hey, there you go, man.
You'll hear somebody.
Hey, that's good.
Okay.
And then afterwards, we'll link up. We'll take a picture.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll be sure. I'm gonna skip the next two because it's a favorite promotion and favorite pay-per-view.
It's Raw and it's Christmas Chaos. Right?
Yeah, it's easy. We do that. So,
I don't know. Super Champions does pretty good for us. Too.
Yeah.
And this might be a little what's the word I'm looking for? Not tricky, but might be a little spicy. Who's the most underrated? Well, no. The next one would be who's the most underrated superstar that y'all think of right now?
Right now, underrated.
Any wrestler, any promotion. Who is the most underrated?
Gino Medina. I think he needs to be in the Fed. He needs to be up with the big dogs. I mean, not just saying that because he's my trainer, but he's that good.
Okay.
I would agree with that just because he mentioned it, but I thought you were talking more about like in the actual like WWE or somewhere else.
No, it just don't matter. Don't matter.
So I will agree with him on that one, but I think Shinsuke Nakamura is underrated right now in WWE.
Shinsuke.
Okay.
I am hyped for what they're doing with him come next year, man. Him and the Great Muta.
That's a great move.
For that match, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so the next one,
Sheamus, yes.
Yeah.
and the next one that might search some controversy. The most overrated.
We love it.
Most overrated currently,
Oh man.
Damn it.
and then all time.
I think when you talk overrated, I think that comes from jealousy. So I wouldn't say someone is overrated if they're already in that position.
Okay.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Fair
Because
enough.
there's a reason they're in that position.
Fair enough. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So I can't.
So
Really
if you don't want to, if you feel like you don't,
Great answer.
there's no answer for it.
yeah,
I know my buddy's gonna answer that. This is up his alley.
I'm trying to think, but I mean, I really can't. The people that are at the spot that they're at, I can agree with them being at the spot that they're at.
Yeah, they earned it.
Absolutely. Okay. No.
Yeah,
No worries.
I would answer that question differently though. I feel like the Miz is underrated too. Let me go back to that.
Okay. No.
That'll be my
agree
answer.
with that.
Oh, no, definitely.
I agree
I
with
wholeheartedly
that one,
agree with that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So now this is from a fan. Be a fan.
All right.
You see, we got the belts. You know what I'm saying, and everything. So what's your favorite championship belt all time?
Intercontinental Championship.
Dwayne Deagle.
Which Intercontinental Championship?
The Oval one. Where's it at?
Oh, you talking about the Attitude Era one?
That's the one, bro.
Okay.
I feel like that's the time when that title meant like the most. You know, like people valued it
The
like
next man up one.
equally.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that Bret Hart held and Stone Cold held before they changed it. Shawn Michaels held.
That one.
That one.
Yeah, absolutely.
That one's good too. I don't know. The oval design is just
Is that the
captivating.
oval one or is it?
No, that's the one Shawn Michaels
you're
had.
talking about. Shawn Michaels.
That's the one you talking about.
This one?
Yeah.
No, that's the.
No,
this is the.
it's over there.
It's this one.
It's on the front.
I was on the front. Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll see it later, bro.
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, man. It was a great one, man. It was a great show.
It's
with you
been
guys.
real with y'all boys, man.
We greatly appreciate y'all for coming out
Man,
and
great
taking the time out of y'all busy schedule for us, man. It's our little podcast. We greatly appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, thank you for having us.
No, you already know what time it is, man. We got Diego, we got JJ Vega of La Familia, baby.
La Familia.
You know what time it is, man. It's your boy, the Beige Bomber, the Petty Messiah, your boy Corey Jared in the building.
Once again, it's your boy Zello Smoke.
Hey man, Mikey Manslaughter Facts in the building, man.
And don't watch me again. Watch Dynamite TV, Guru Dynamite. Y'all know what time it is. When you're with the PWO, y'all already know y'all with the PWO for life.